Okay guys, we're here on the Carnival Liberty. We're taking off currently in the Mississippi River. Now it's not pretty to look at it, but this ship sure is pretty. This is the party, sailaway party. This is a really fun time. It can be a little chilly around spring break or February or Christmas, but most of the time, actually, New Orleans is a really, really nice time. The pool, it was pretty chilly. I got in it by the time we went down to the Caribbean. I guess it takes about 8 hours to get to Mississippi, which is crazy. You know, the first time I ever rode a cruise, this might have been the first one. This is the second time I was on the Liberty, but I don't know. I cruised out of Miami, I think, the first time, but it was very cold. You can see me. I'm holding my arm. You can see the wind's blowing. I don't have a jacket on, but you'll see a lot of people around there got shorts on. They're doing fine, but you can see the long sleeves, some of the people. It was an older crowd. The guy that's doing the talking, cruise director, he did a good job. This is a lot of 80s music, this cruise, and they have an 80s and a 70s night. Those are the two nights that I remember, so make sure you bring your 80s and 70s clothes. I didn't know anything about that, but heads up, there is an 80s party and a 70s party, and maybe a 60s too, but the only thing I really know about is the 80s and 90s, and they didn't have a 90s party. Love the music on this cruise. So the music was outstanding. Here we are in the Mississippi. I hate what happened was there was a flood before this happened, so it was all messed up. I didn't think we were gonna make it under the bridge, honestly, but we did. So water is usually not like crystal clear, but it's better than this. But this way you have to deal with Louisiana sometimes. That ship there to the left, I had been on before, which is pretty cool. I'll tell you about it later in another review. Now this was just an introduction here. This is kind of an introduction to what goes on the ship. Cruise Insider. We didn't have anything to do that day, so we were just like, let's go chill. They have a really nice room there. It's really ornate. I think it had a Russian motif, imperial, maybe, I think 1600s. It was either Peter the Great or Catherine. Here's the bar. One of my favorite things on the bar is they have their own draft beer. Not always, but sometimes they have it. Some cruises they run out. They also have usually a drink special, either pitcher margaritas or a huge beer. It's 100 ounces. I call it a Big King, but it's a big beer. I think it's around $30. It's equivalent to like 5 or 6 beers, I think. You might be better off to buy 5 drinks, but I'm not sure. Average beer on there is between $6 and $10. There's the pool. I believe that's me. Yeah, Alex. So we got in the water. We're pretty tough, but most people don't get in the water when it's 60 degrees. So you can see, I think the air temperature here was actually cooler, so that's why we were in the water. The water was warmer than the air. There's some more people at the Blueguana One side of the ship is a rum bar, and this side is the Blueguana, which is weird because the other side has more beer and that one has more mixed drinks. And they're always playing nice music, happy music. Sometimes up at the top here by the screen, they'll be playing steel drums. There's a guy, yeah, he's playing the steel drums. And so you'll have some Caribbean music. A lot of times they play newer songs. They just put it in a Caribbean form, which is actually really cool. I didn't know that happens. You do have a couple of slides here. They're not awfully impressive, but there's a slide for the kids. You rent your towels there. You give them your card, and they'll give you a towel, but make sure you give them back. They mark your number down of your room. Sometimes they're really lenient about it when they're real busy. But I don't know, they'll nail you for like $20. One time my sister went on a cruise and they nailed her for $20. I think we may have called and got it off, but I'm not sure. At night, they always have movies on the screen, and they play some good movies. They played Despicable Me. They played a James Bond movie. They played a good bit of movies, some aimed at kids. Usually the later movies at night is usually aimed at adults, or more adults. But yeah, they have movies. Throughout the day, they'll make announcements on there, what's going on in the cruise, when they have events. There it says dive-in movies. The later movies, it's kind of chilly at night, no matter where you are in the Caribbean or in the States. And you can lay out there, they have a place where you can buy cigars, I believe, at the very top for adults. So you don't got to worry about your kids getting smoke blown all over them. And then, of course, you got your 2 bars at the bottom. Sometimes they do some things like belly flops in the pool, and they do an ice carving sometimes. And like I said, I've been on the cruise twice. And they did different things. O2, that's a room for the kids that are like 13, like teens, between, I believe, not 18 quite, but the tweens and teens. But yeah, you got your view here of the pool coming up. Me and Alex were sitting here. He wanted to try his mask out. It's actually a really cool mask. You can go underwater completely with that thing, which is wicked for a snorkel mask. I don't know how deep you can go, but it's really cool. We're here in the Gulf of America. This is the first Gulf of America trip we took. Since it's been reading Gulf of America. You can see the background. I like walking up there to the nest, but it's pretty chilly when you leave. Sometimes you'll see dolphins, fish. We actually saw some flying fish on this trip, which was really cool. As further south you go, obviously outside the Mississippi, you'll eventually start warming up. And once you get outside the Mississippi, it's not very far to Mexico. You're only a couple of 100 miles, and your speed's about 20 to 30, depending on what your time frame is for your cruise. This cruise, I think, was 5 days. So that's a good place to hang out. You can tell it was chilly because we look over freezing. So at the very top, they have a little splash pad for kids too. So kids got a good bit of things to do. The hot tub is not for them. It gets kind of dirty. I would stay out of the hot tub, honestly. there is a really cool room where you can play badminton type of game. It's not badminton, I'm not sure what you call it, but they have a room. Be careful at night though, where you play basketball. Have a basketball area, and they do other things like a rock wall every now and then. They mix it up, but I went out there one time at night about 9:30, and they started complaining, said the people at the top of the club, yacht club or whatever, they didn't like me making noise. So make sure you follow the rules exactly when you can play basketball and when you can't. So you can see the sun's going down here, and when the sun goes down, the partying starts on this ship. Play a lot of 80s music. If you're fond of 80s music, this is a cruise for you. If you're fond of the older music, it's probably not so much for you. Like Norwegian, they play music which is similar to like 60s, 70s. This is different. Here's the Punchline. This is the comedy club, and they have a kids comedy club where Alex is here. Then they have a dirty one later on in the night, which he can't wait to get. We can go to that, but it was okay. Do not film the Punchline because they will get really mad. Now, this is kind of the atrium area. They have the shopping. I do like this ship because they got the casino, the shopping, the atrium playing music, the centerpiece for the cruise. Of course, this is an older cruise. I have heard that they just remanufactured it, but I was just on it, so it looks similar than it did 4 years ago. But they have the fitness room there, yoga, massages, very similar things than most all cruises. It is cool right there where you can work out and look out first deck. So yeah, that was really fun. You can see Alex there working out hard. They got a place to weigh yourself. Of course, I didn't weigh myself because I ate so much. And you can see the back room. They got a spin room. I don't know if you have to pay extra for that or not. Here it tells the speed of the ship going 33 knots. I think that's like 38 miles because the nautical miles a little faster. A little further, I'm sorry. Right there, you see they got some free weights too. A lot of walkers. There's me over there. You can see I'm working out real hard, not really. Checking my phone. This area here, I think, is one of the best rooms. It's warm. You can see the whole ship area. I think this might be the steam room. I didn't go in here, I don't think. There's a locker room. I went in there to change. But they do have a steam room. And there's the locker room. And they have also massage areas. My wife got the massage. I didn't get that, so she enjoyed it. I think it was they gave her a discount. I think it was about $100. It's a barber shop. Also, tip, you can take a big shower in there. So you don't have to take a tiny shower. I didn't do this, but my wife did. She didn't bother taking a shower in the room. So, but I just squeezed in the room and took one. I take a really fast shower. She enjoys her shower a lot longer than I do. That's a tip, yeah. And that's absolutely free. You don't have to pay an upcharge or anything for that. I think the massage was like $125 or $150, about going rate. See, this is the arcade. It's not far from the casinos. These games mostly, I call them rip-off games. With the claw machines, they're very expensive. That game's probably $5. That's just my opinion on them. Not a lot of fun for the kids, honestly. The cruise director even made jokes about it himself. So he said he gave away a credit. I think it was like $10 or $20, and he said you might be able to play one game. So yeah, he even made jokes about it himself. So this is really something to just walk through and check out. You don't see many kids playing. It's extremely high. I think a lot of the games are $2.50 or $3. And then these games right here are $1.50, $2.50 for one. That game he's sitting on, I think it's like $20. So it's crazy high. You can get a pass, but it's not unlimited, so they don't do anything like Chuck E. Cheese's. Don't expect that. So that's a big bass type game. If you ever played Big Bass, yeah, it might be Big Bass in the corner where you spin it. Yeah, there's the Big Bass game. Yeah, I was trying to see the prices on some of them. They got it blanked out. Looks like that says 4 credits. That one, not sure. But regardless, I think the cheapest games might be $2.50. But if your kids are dying, you need to get rid of them. Well, not get rid of them, literally, but let them have some fun. Because cruises for kids sometimes can be a little boring, you know, because they're aimed at adults. Just be arcade. So there's a package. Usually it'll be so many games. Oh, now we're over here. This is the casino/bar. They say if you play here enough, you get free drinks. Not sure about that. I've never played much on a cruise. I played other places for my videos. Check it out. Subscribe, Cat Family Adventures. You'll see that. Here's more of the shops. They play some games in here, which is kind of cool. Trivia mostly. And they'll have free samples of drinks. Remember though, if you buy a drink, you can't get it. A bottle of whiskey or wine, you cannot get it till the very last day. Yeah, so I never buy anything like that. Here's the food, the buffet. This ship's pretty cool. If you go at the right time, they have barbecue, but they don't have it all the time. This is the only ship I think I've ever been on that has barbecue. And you can see at this time, the buffet is a lot. I think the buffet goes pretty much all day on this ship compared to other ships. And this was another bar/nightclub. At nightclub, they have this pretty packed. I thought it was cool because you got Steinway piano. Those are not keys though. It just looks like a key, which I thought was pretty cool. And got nice views. That's what I was talking about earlier for the kids. Paddle ball, I think is what that's called. And this lady and her husband or mate are playing chess with giant chess pieces. And there you go, you got a little balcony. This is actually a library. This ship has a library. So it has an old motif of like Titanic-ish stuff. Long time ago, before anybody on this cruise was born. Early 1900s. Maybe even late 1800s. So yeah, the cruise is kind of dated. The musicians on here were fantastic. So I would give that an A+. This lady right here is stunning. It looks good. She does a good job. And you will really enjoy her singing. She's something else. I mean, she's a work and a half. These singers and performers do a lot of the shows. But singing is outstanding on the show. I'd put it A+ for all the cruises I've been on. Here she was singing James Bond theme. It was very elegant. And next, they do have some shows that get canceled every now and then. I'll be honest, I've been on this ship before, but hopefully most of the time everything's running. Here is the 80s party. It's a glow party. They light the ship up. I had a great time. Guns N' Roses, they had AC/DC, they had all kinds of stuff. People jump up and have a good time. They hand out these sticks that glow in the dark. We took them with us. They run out after a while, but they last 30 minutes. Show lasts for about an hour, maybe longer. Basically, when it starts, they keep it going as long as they can. Up front, they'll get people on the dance floor. We went out and had a good time. This was our favorite, by far, our favorite night of the cruise. I think this was the last night. Oh, and this show, this is awesome. It's something I've never seen on another. They had special lighting, laser show. She's a fantastic singer. She also does some characters. I think she was a Dr. Seuss character. She's something else. She can really sing, shake it around, and there's the redheaded lady earlier that was singing. I don't know if she's really redheaded, but they're all good singers. They're really good singers. So I was really impressed. This was Skull of Rock, I believe was the name of the show. So it was fantastic. And the lighting, like I said, the laser was really cool. It's not a laser that puts your eyes out or anything. It's just the effect of the show. And the one guy in the middle, he can sing opera. He can sing just about anything. She sang mostly rock for the most part. But like I said, she also plays Dr. Seuss. And then this is something that we love. They take up donations for St. Jude, and you can buy you a shirt for $10 or $12, and it's a straight donation. And they do that on all Carnival ships that I've been on. So, and they're different color shirts. Sometimes they're gray, sometimes they're blue. This is a good donation though. Easy donation, and do that for. Here's Alex in one of the ports. I think we're in Mexico there.
Here's our room here. They made us an elephant. Isn't he cute? Very cute. And so Alex has been sleeping up here, and then Kevin and me have been sleeping here. So we got a pretty small room because we got a good deal. But we've made it. We're actually making it through, right?
No, maybe.
So, Alex, you want to get by the elephant? Oh, you're sitting on him, aren't you? Okay. All right.
Hey, elephant.
So this is the room right here, and so you got a ladder. You got to tell him to put the bed here. So you actually could fit one more person right here on this bed. There's another one here at the top, but there's just three of us.
His eye fell off.
That's fine, Alex. And then there's the TV right there. And then we had actually a lot of storage, didn't we, Kevin? You want to show them the storage?
Most on a little smaller room I've ever seen.
Yeah. And you can bring a 12-pack of drinks
On Carnival.
on Carnival per person, right, Kevin?
Yep.
And then you can bring a bottle of wine per person, right?
That's over 21.
Over 21. Show them the storage in there. I was very impressed with the storage, actually.
Always two, actually.
So that's pretty nice.
Yep.
And there's another one over there, right?
Yeah, another one.
Yeah.
Yep.
So the storage is actually pretty good.
And
right
there's
there.
one, and you got two more storages.
Oh yeah.
Little storage down there,
Oh yeah.
and you got
One
another
over here,
storage.
and that one too.
Yeah.
And then Where? Over
that
there?
one and that one over here
Oh
too.
yeah.
And then down, that's your bed, Alex.
Also,
and
my
down
bed
here.
has a light.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, Alex's bed has a light. That's true. Yeah. So it works out pretty good. And then, just make sure you bring the towels back. But you don't have to bring a towel. They provide those for you. And then here's the shower here. So they actually provide the shampoo and the shower gel here, which is pretty good. And it's an okay bathroom. No big deal here. You got the sink here. Storage there, a little bit of storage. Things here to put your stuff here. So not too bad. And here's somewhere you can dry your clothes too. So that's not too bad either. Carnival Hub here, the app that I downloaded just for our cruise. You can download it from the store for free. But this is like the first page that I have here. This is our last night on the cruise. And it shows like what's happening right now. You can slide here and see. Excuse me. Sorry about that. And you can see the things going on here. You can view all the events right here. And then here it shows like the weather here where we're about to land in New Orleans. This is in February. You can click on here and see some more details. It's going to be raining when our ship arrives. Oh boy, that's going to be fun driving. Not. Okay, so when you scroll on down here, you can see the ship maps here, and you can click here and see all the different decks, and it'll show you more on what's on the ship here. Ours is Liberty, so that's pretty self-explanatory. Shows you dinner attire if you basically go fancy. We didn't do that this time. We just did the buffets and the free food and the buffets and the free food and the other areas like the pizza and the sandwiches and the guys' burgers. Tells you other little things here, like things you might like. You can access the shore excursions, the spas, the casinos. If you want to order food, you can do it there. Shows like what's currently open. Seafood check you do have to pay for. We didn't pay for any of our food, not on this cruise, except for I did do the Cat in the Hat with my son. That was $15 a piece, which was $30 for both of us. Food was okay. The show was okay, but I actually liked when they did the parade. I thought that was the best, honestly. So, but yeah, it tells you places you can eat right here, view all the restaurants. So yeah, so you could see all that. And then here's a My Planner where you can put a heart on what's happening and the things that you like personally. I don't think I have a heart on anything right now, but I cleared up all my hearts. But yeah, and then here, this is my favorite part. The 3 lines on the top left corner. Oh, it's $5 to chat. So, you can chat with other members there if you want to pay $5. There's your My Planner where you heart everything that you like under what's happening. Shows you all the food and drinks, kids and teens, casino, shore excursions, spa, wall of moments, ship maps, open times, good to know, safety on board, and then the account summary, what's actually showing that you owe on the account from your charges. And I look at that pretty much every day just to see, if we bought anything, if it's updating and everything looks good. So if not, you go to guest services, basically. But here, like what's happening, it will show it for every day. Like right now, we're today at Fun at Sea, and tomorrow we arrive in New Orleans. But you could see here where you could put a heart on your favorite things right here. But yeah, this kind of just shows the things that are going on. Same thing that's on the brochure that you get in the little mailbox outside your cabin. But yeah. And you can see all the things. Same thing, it's on the brochure. But this is on your phone. To me, it's easier than carrying a brochure around. And you always have to go by ship time. And your ship time is always going to be on your Carnival Hub. And that's another good reason to download this, is to have the ship time. Everything goes by ship time, so just keep that in mind. But yeah, this shows like all the different places we went, things to do. Like, was Cozumel, we had Grand Cayman and Montego Bay. We had 2 days fun at sea. So it was a 7-day cruise basically, and you just click the one you want. And under my planner, I did do the digital debark here. And so we try to get as early as possible because we got to get back to Georgia, which is about a 10-hour drive from New Orleans. So we're going to try to get off ship as early as we can for approximately 7:35 a.m., 7:55. So we're going to eat our breakfast early in the morning and then try to get off the ship as fast as we can. But yeah, this is pretty much it. This is pretty much how this works. Really simple in my opinion. I know that other cruises have apps too. I've used the one on Royal Caribbean as well, but there may be different functions to those apps as it is on Carnival. I do like the chat thing. You know, if you have a party of different people, you know, you can chat with them. But I know one of the secrets that people do is they use like a little, I forget what you call them, walkie-talkies to talk to each other. All right, that's it. Thanks for watching. Every day you get one of these in your little outside mailbox of your cabin on the Carnival Cruise. So here's one of them I'm just showing you so you can see what it looks like. And it shows all the top entertainment here. And then you can open in the inside here. You can see things that are happening with food, drinks, shore excursions, spas. And then we got all the music right here that's going on. Movies, casinos. And then you got the shopping here. Art auction it shows here. Games, how to win things, money, cruises, photos. And then this shows exactly what's happening. Of course, this is going to be different every day, so you get a new one every day. And so that's everything that's happening in the day. And then back here, it's continued. Then food venue options are right here and when they're open, as you can see. Okay, so you can, I mean, there are a lot of people don't use their phone or the app. This brochure here is good for those type of people. But some people use the Carnival Hub that you can download from the phone store for free, and you can just get on the basic Wi-Fi that shows you only you know what's going on your ship, things that are going on and everything. It's the same thing it's in this brochure pretty much. You might have a few more little extra functions, but other than that, if you want more Wi-Fi, you have to pay for it. But they do give you the basic Wi-Fi just to see what's going on the ship only. So, but yeah, here's the brochure. Same thing as on the app. You get a new one every day.